quickly myself, just for you to know who I am, why I'm here hosting this little session with you guys. My name is Davide Fornasiero. Within the global travel retail team, I manage everything that has to do with training, education on our brands, communication, and service. I've been in Campari roughly collaborating and working directly for 14 years. Before we start deep diving on the three brands that hopefully we'll be able to cover today, which are Appleton Rum, the Glen Grant, and Wild Turkey, I want to reinforce one message. You are quite a good group, but please, if anything is not particularly clear, if you want to ask something, if there is anything that you want to learn more, please, let me know, reach out, interrupt me. We can have an open conversation, or maybe hopefully leave a few minutes at the end of this session. Okay. Of course, I remain at your disposal even in the future if there is anything that you would like to deep dive more. All right. All good. Perfect. Let's begin. I would start maybe with Appleton Estate. Give me a second. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So let me know when. No, not this. This is Wild Turkey. It's going to come later. Sorry about that. And rum. Okay. So Appleton. Before jumping in any specific category is very, very important before jumping into any specific brand is very, very important to understand a little bit about the category in which the brand fits in. In this case, we talk about Jamaican rum. Now, the world of rum is extremely vast. It includes many styles of rums. Very, very quickly, a little bit of an introduction. So consider that rum is one of the, let's say, most important and most aged historical spirits that we have. Let's say, historically speaking, it was a consequence of when the Europeans discovered the Americas and the Caribbean area specifically. So we have the first use, let's say, of sugarcane, roughly, in the 16th century. Now, this world of sugar, of production of sugar, developed very much around the 17th century, and this is, let's say, when rum came to be, because actually the production of this spirit happened by, in a way, accident. So it was seen that in the production of sugar, actually the byproduct of this element, if it was fermented and distilled, could actually produce, let's say, a very pleasureful type of spirit. Now, there are three styles of rum. Sorry, there is a typo here. There is three styles of rum, but actually this is quite an oversimplification. When you see in the label the word RUM, rum, this means that it comes from an ex-British colony. Okay, so it follows very much the British style, and this is the case, for instance, of Appleton Estate. And it is made again from the byproduct of the production of sugar, which is molasses. So it's what's left from when the juice of the sugar cane is heated up. Sugar crystals start to form. The crystals are taken away, and this is actually the raw sugar cane that we consume. What's left there is the molasses. So rum is the first style and type. Of course, it follows very much the production of whiskey in a way. There are some similarities, and we will see in a short while. Then there is ron, R-O-N, which is the Spanish style of rum. It is still made with molasses, but again, ex-Spanish colonies. In this case, we have a lighter style, normally a quite lighter style of rum, a little bit less intense, a little bit less spicy and complex, but again, it fits very much more in the Spanish style of making rum. Then there is rum, written R-H-U-M, which is the French one. It came much later than the first two. And again, French colonies, in this case, the whole juice of the sugarcane is used and is much more earthy, much more green type of flavor, quite similar in a way to a cachaça. So as you can see, as you can hear, there are many styles, many types of rums. In this case today, we focus a little bit more on the Jamaican rum and Appleton. So what makes a rum Jamaican? So we need to use, of course, Jamaican ingredients. It has to be made, produced, fermented, and distilled in Jamaica. So even the water, any aspect of it needs to be from this beautiful island. So we use molasses, as I said. So the byproduct, the residue of the production of sugarcane. The other element which we will deep dive in a very short while is called tropical aging, and it's, as I said, related to the British way of making spirits. So whenever there is a number in the bottle, that refers to the youngest spirit inside the bottle. What is unique about Appleton? Now, there are three elements that define and characterize in a very unique way the flavor of Appleton rum: the climate, the soil, and the topography. This is the starting element, because actually this very much like the terroir in wine, this impacts very, very much the result, the outcome on the flavors. Of course, the varieties of sugarcane impact quite very much. Consider that Appleton uses 10 different varieties of sugarcane in the estate. Fermentation process is a very important element because it develops the flavor. You will see distillation is also another very unique characteristic of Appleton rum. Last but not the least, very much not the least, the aging and blending process. Let's start and deep dive in all these elements. First of all, where is the estate? The estate is in the middle, sorry, of Jamaica. It takes actually 2 hours from the main airport in the middle of the forest to actually reach the Appleton estate. Now, what is unique about this estate? So it is in a valley that is called Nassau Valley. In this valley, the topography, how it is formed, it actually creates a little bit of what is called a cockpit country. So basically, it retains very much the hot, humid air during the day, but actually in the evening, the temperature drops quite a lot. It's much cooler. So you have a very big difference between what is the temperature and the humidity during the day, very hot, warm, humid. The evening is cooler, and you get precise as a clock just after lunch, a shower every single day. So for this reason, the soil is extremely nutrient, is extremely fertile. So you have a climate and a topography that impacts very, very much on how the sugarcane is able to grow. Consider that in Appleton Estate, we grow everything at the estate itself. Okay, so from the cane to cup. Again, these characteristics also, it is a limestone area. So limestone is an incredible natural filtering process. So even the water that is taken and used for Appleton Estate is actually quite a very sweet water because of this natural filtration through limestone. I'm going to jump in very quickly in each step of the process. First of all, as I said, 10 different varieties of sugarcane are grown at the estate, okay? And again, this is the first of quite many elements of distinction for this beautiful rum. Now, when the sugarcane is harvested, basically the sugarcanes are squeezed in order to extract the juice of the sugarcane. This is then heated up, as I told you. The sugar crystal starts forming and the sugar is then taken out. What is left there is the molasses. Molasses is the main ingredient, is the base ingredient of this beautiful rum. You can consider it like a very rich and thick syrup, still very sweet. There is still a lot of sugar in it. Then the molasses are diluted with the water, as I said, that has been naturally filtered by limestone, a very sweet and soft water. For the fermentation, we use a proprietary stain, of yeast, non-GMO, okay, and this is the first very important element where, just for everyone to know what is the base of fermentation, whenever you have a juice, a liquid, that is rich in sugar, if we add yeast, so the yeast is an organism that in a very simple way eats the sugar and transforms it in alcohol and CO2. This is the base of fermentation. It works with molasses for rum. It works with grapes to make wine. It works with grains, cereals to make beer, and so on. So we have our 10 varieties of sugarcane that are made into molasses. Molasses is added with water. We add the yeast and the flavors start develop. The yeast eats the sugar, transforms it into alcohol. So in the end, we reach a liquid that is quickly myself, just for you to know who I am, why I'm here hosting this little session with you guys. My name is Davide Fornasiero. Within the global travel retail team, I manage everything that has to do with training, education on our brands, communication and service. I've been in Campari roughly collaborating and working directly for 14 years. Before we start deep diving on the 3 brands that hopefully we'll be able to cover today, which are Appleton Rum, the Glen Grant, and Wild Turkey, I want to reinforce one message. You are quite a good group, but please, if anything is not particularly clear, if you want to ask something, if there is anything that you want to learn more, please, let me know, reach out, interrupt me. We can have an open conversation, or maybe hopefully